Welcome to another edition of the Goalpost, your front row seat to the biggest story in football, from thrilling match breakdown to explosive transfer news, from tactical masterclass to unmissable insight. We cover it all. Big goals, big moments, and even bigger debates. I'm your host, Oluwamayowa. I'm not alone. I'm with the usual suspect, Timmy. Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning in the studio. Good morning, wherever you're hearing me from. Once again, we're here. It's a Monday morning. It's a new week. New vibes. A lot of football over the weekend. A lot. Again, Man United doing what we know how to do. Losing again. It's a relegation battle. Champions League football coming up. Everything is happening, and we are ready to dive into it.
Well, it's always amazing having you here. But the question has always been, is Manchester United going to relegate this season?
No. Obviously, we are not. We are in the relegation fight, but we are not going to relegate, obviously, because the point gap between Manchester United and the the relegation battle is quite much. I think Man United at 29 points, and the relegation battle they are 18, 19 points thereabouts. Of course, it's just 3 games, but of course they will not win all their games also. United will win some, will lose some also. Um, we will survive this relegation fight, and then next season we go again.
But the question has always been, um, Amorim, you fired the coach, you brought in another one, and still yet the result is not getting better. What do you think is the issue? Do you think, there's a need for Amorim to retweak his side?
That's on the coach though. Now you have some certain set of players that cannot play your system, the kind of system you want to play. All you need to do is change your philosophy a little, tweak your system a little to suit the players you have. Then when next season comes, you go there and buy players that can play your system perfectly. But here you are trying to force the system on these players, and they can't get the job done, and it's obvious they are not performing very well. It's been an abysmal performance from the team, and it's really shameful.
Okay, well, and like you say, there's a whole lot of football to talk about. But in any case, let's start with Chelsea. We are going to have time to talk about, Manchester United and see how we are going to diagnose the problem of Manchester United. And Brighton did a double over Chelsea. Remember, they defeated them in the FA Cup, and now they are defeating them in the EPL. Brighton delivered a stunning 3-0 victory against Chelsea, showcasing their attacking solidity and defense, prowess. This result raises question about Chelsea's consistency this season. What do you make about that particular game? This is a Brighton side that dumped out Chelsea from the FA Cup, and the performance yesterday was very fantastic. Remember, with the performance of Friday, they delivered a crushing Valentine defeat gift to Chelsea.
Uh Again, this one is what they said. The first one was nice. I'll definitely do it twice. So the first one was a bit shaky. People were thinking, because it's a pickup, and because it's a Chelsea rested some players, because it's FA Cup. This one is Premier League. This one is whitewash. No, there's no magomago, no magomago in this one. It was straight down to the middle, and it was again Enzo Maresca. I don't know. The Chelsea problem is the same problem Pochettino has when he was at Chelsea. He was doing some certain things in the preseason. Season starts, he stopped what he was doing. Up until later part of the season, he was not doing what he was doing in the preseason, but it was already too late. Now, this same Enzo Maresca, you were doing something at the beginning of the season. Chelsea was winning. At a particular point in time, Chelsea was just 2 points behind league leaders Liverpool. Just 2 points behind them. And again, I don't know what happened. He started to make changes, started to do things. Not like you have injuries, not like you started to you started to kept trying things, and at the end of the day, now see where they are. Again, Chelsea needs a striker. Jackson can't get them over the line. It's obvious. Nkunku needs to be sold. Shouldn't be at Chelsea. Kupama once again. I don't know what's wrong with him. I think he's down. Um, he's down mentally. He's not. The confidence level is very low. I don't know. I don't know. Chelsea, they are performing below par right now. But thank God for them. They have accumulated so much points from the first half of the season, and they can. Imagine they start playing like this from the beginning of the season. Just imagine we will all be in the relegation battle, fighting each other. But it's good. Brighton once again. Kudos to Brighton. Meite, is it Meite that the guy that has scored a brace was an amazing performance from him.
And well, the question is this. I mean, Enzo Maresca has come out to say Jorgensen is his goalkeeper in the EPL. I mean, he changed Sanchez for a Jorgensen, and they ended up conceding 3 goals. Do you think? I mean, a whole lot of people have come for Sanchez because he's making a whole lot of mistake and said it's costing Chelsea, points and the rest of that. Do you think, um, taking away Sanchez away from the goalpost, do you think it's a wise decision from Enzo Maresca?
Yes, it's the right decision. Any coach in his right senses will actually bench Sanchez way longer because he has been dashing out points to the opposition so much this season. And it's right time he sat his house down on the bench. That one is not a blame for the coach because they concede 3 goals. Does not mean the decision was wrong. It was the right decision. Now it's for them to gel together again and move forward.
Okay, that's fantastic. Let's go back to the title chasers, the professional number 2 team. I mean, that's what they call them. It's that's not from me. That's from you know fans of other clubs that feel Arsenal has not done enough to be called a title contender. I mean, they struggled in that particular game. Merino came in and Merino delivered Arsenal. Um, what's his name now? Sterling featured in that particular game, and it shows it seems Sterling is finished. Probably maybe should leave football alone. Arsenal secured a 2-0 victory over Leicester City, reinforcing their position as a title contender. Their cohesive team performance and strategic gameplay were evident throughout that particular game. What do you make of that particular game? Going to the fact that, you know, there's a particular Raheem Sterling that started, a whole lot of strikers started, a whole lot of players started, but they didn't deliver until Merino came in and delivered the goods for Chelsea.
Now the point is, leave football before football leaves you. There's a famous Carragher quote: "Leave the football before the football leaves you." I think the football has left Raheem Sterling, left him at Chelsea, because you had an opportunity. Now this is a guy that had an opportunity to feature and show what he can do. This is the time Arsenal needs you more. This is the time they have almost all their players in their front players injured. This is the time you come in and say, okay, yes, I'm the senior man around here. Come on, I'm Raheem Sterling. I have multiple Premier League titles in the bag. I'm one of the best Indian players over the past decade. I know what I can do. Sterling can't go past one man. Sterling cannot go past one man. And I don't know what Ateta was doing. He should have been out of around around 55 minutes or so. Shouldn't have left him till 70, 75 minutes. No, should have taken him out from the 55th minute. That's what he should have done because it was really the performance was nothing to write home about. He was a shadow of himself, and I think after the match, he's going to look at himself in the mirror and say, "Can I really still do this in the top flight? Can
And
I still do this?"
but the question has always been, I mean, they believe he has some quality. That's why they brought him in. However, in all the games he has featured in, he has not been able to impact the game positively. I don't think he has scored 3 goals for Arsenal since he joined. He has only scored one goal, and with that kind of quality, a lot of people might say, because he's not getting the game time, probably that's why he's a bit match rusty and the rest of that. However, the major heavy hitters for Arsenal, they were out. You would expect, a Ryan Sterling that comes to a lot of experience to step up, but that was not the case.
Exactly. If I'm studying with a whole lot of experience, should have stepped up. That's what I was saying. Those are the moments where this kind of players step up and you say, wow. So Sterling can still do this. This is even a period for you to say, Martinelli, these guys, come on. This is me. This is Raheem Sterling. But Sterling can't even go past one man. I think is a little overweight. Also, he has gained a little. He has lost his pace, lost his confidence. And I think again, where the coach puts him is not really helpful. The coach playing him on the left wing. I think should have been played on the right. Just giving him the job to just cross the ball in, because the previous games he has played and he was brought in from the bench and he was playing at the right. He performed a little, taking on the man and all. But playing on the left, now you have to be cutting into your strong foot. And he's not really that kind of a player. If you really watch him from his prime and when he was playing for City and Liverpool, and even when he was at Chelsea, you could see most times when Sterling plays very well, he plays very well from the right, playing from the right on his strong foot. That's his strength. I think Ateta should have noticed that and playing to his strength. But Raheem Sterling, I think this should be the last season we are going to see him in the top flight. I think he's going to go to the MLS, the Saudi, China, and just go grab some money.
Okay, and that's fantastic. Let's move over to, the current title defenders, the current champions. I mean, since they've not crowned anybody yet in the EPL. I mean, as far as we are concerned, they are the current title champions. Man City had a scintillating performance, dispatching a Newcastle side. I watched that particular game, and I could not see Isak in that particular game. Um, a 4-0 triumphant over Man City's commanding performance, beating Newcastle 4-0, highlighted Man City offensive strength and tactical superiority, keeping them firmly, in the top four. The question is this: do you think Man City, they've come out of their crisis? Do you think we've seen the last of their crisis? I mean, Man City resembled the usual Man City we know.
Uh, for me, that's when you get a proper defensive midfielder. You can see Gundogan is performing well again. Nobody knew Gundogan can still play like this. But when he had the proper defensive midfielder with him, he performed very well. But I don't want to ride along with the old noise. Um, I want to look beyond just the 4-0. Fine, Nico Gonzalez, amazing player, but I don't know. That's just it. That's just it.
I
Uh,
mean, do you
they,
think the
they,
difference in
they,
that
they face
particular game is Nico Gonzalez?
yes, they face a Newcastle side that is not consistent. This is how Newcastle plays. They play well this week, and the next week they are shambles. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I actually told someone that Man City might win today. When they face Liverpool next week and they face Madrid, they might even beat Madrid this 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 coming weekdays. They might beat Madrid, but when they face Liverpool in the league next weekend, I think that's when we will know if they are back or not. Because the same thing is happening. They are low on confidence. Fine. Imagine Man City scoring four and Elianda is not getting any goal.
Well, I mean, even at the Ireland they crap in that particular game. But one
Uh,
particular player, I mean, Ederson also got an assist, saving his, saving himself from all the criticism. I mean, he has had a very terrible, 2 weeks, and that assist probably be something he would really cherish. But the thing is, there's a particular Omar Mamouche that was fantastic in that particular game, scoring a hat trick in the space of 14 minutes. What do you make of his performance? Do you think, he's beginning to step up and beginning to show that, he can probably step in and do the job for Man City?
Um, some I think 2 weeks ago, I said something that Master needs to go to the reset button and play a kind of game that where anybody can score. Don't just put the job to Haaland alone. Play the same Man City that played without that won the league without a striker that season. There was a particular season they did that. Won the league without a striker, and Bernardo Silva was having 10 goals, Foden 10 goals, this guy 10 goals, 10 goals, 10 goals, 9 goals, 7 goals. The schools was scattered all over the team. That's in Man City. That same thing is needed to be done in Man City in this season. I said that, and you could see what happened. One got 3 goals, and McT, or what's his name, got the last goal.
McCarthy.
So you could see. That's why I said imagine them scoring 4 and Alan is not getting on the score sheet. He actually got an assist for the last goal, but he didn't get on the score sheet. Again, Owen Marmoush, a fantastic player. Of course, Pep will not go and buy someone that is not fantastic. But again, I'm still saying, if you have injury crisis, you don't have injury crisis up front. The problem was the DM. You could have easily gotten a DM and leave the front guys to do the work. But you going to go and get another front guy. It's still the same thing I'll say about Pep. Pep is not it's not all that. It's not really all that because in the season where you were hit by little injury and things and you started going to spend money. You almost spent 200 million in
So
the in
he spent over 200 million.
over 200 million in the January transfer window, and that's for me, it's a shame as a manager. You don't do that. There is a certain Real Madrid, and we could see all they have injuries left, right, center. January transfer window, they could easily snap their fingers and get defenders, but they didn't. They stick to the players they have, and yes, maybe they'll suffer for it. Yes, but that is how to do things. That's how to do business properly. That's how you are not going to face any FFP charges. And Man City will soon be there will soon be another noise now that they have FFP charges and all these things. It shouldn't be done like that.
Okay, but the question is this, it seems the title is out of their grasp at the moment. Well, they are still the champions. They are still the title champions at the moment, but it seems the title is gone. It seems the title will change out this season. However, do you think they will make it to the Champions League? I mean, do you think they have secured their place in the Champions League spot? Because I mean, they are sitting pretty in top position right now.
They will because the
In
teams
fourth position rather.
the teams around them are not performing very well. Everybody best of the rim further around them, apart from um Arsenal and Liverpool. The remaining teams are just here and there. Today Bournemouth wins. Tomorrow they draw. Today they win. Tomorrow they lose. They are not consistent. Same thing with Newcastle, not consistent enough. Chelsea nowhere to be found in the last few weeks. Not consistent enough. And Man City themselves they are not consistent. Fine, they won 4-0, but they are not consistent enough, and we could all see it. So the remaining 4 teams that's there fighting for the remaining 2 spots in the top 4, they are not consistent. So I'll say out of all the teams, the team that is still a little bit confident of getting into the top 4 is Newcastle, and Newcastle might just it's sorry, it's Man City, and Man City might just make it.
Okay, and that's fantastic. Let's move over to a lot of people call them champions in waiting. I don't believe that. I feel the league is still very close. They struggled yesterday. Um, After they scored in the 37th minute, they never had any shot on target again. Till the end of that particular game, they were even close. What happened against Everton was almost repeating himself. You could see them panicking at Anfield. Liverpool edged out Wolverhampton Wanderers with a 2-1 victory, demonstrating their ability to secure crucial points in a tightly contested game. And what do you make of that particular game? Um, Liverpool were cruising, and before you knew it, you know, Wolves came back, and it was a struggle. The last time they had any shot on target was the 37th minute. The other chance they had, it's an offside, and definitely we can't count that as part of the play. What do you make of that particular performance?
Again, these are kind of games where okay, these are champions in waiting. Come on, these are champions. These guys will actually win the league. These are kind of games. Same thing with Arsenal. Those are kind of games. Arsenal game also. Those are kind of games you win, when you want to challenge for the title. And you can see Liverpool obviously cruising in the first half. They were really, really dominant in the first half, playing very well. 2 goals up. Second half, all they needed was just to score one more goal. But Wolves came out blazing in the second half. Matheus Cunha again, amazing, amazing, amazing player. I think next season he's not going to be playing for Wolves. He's going
Uh,
to be. He's not. You said?
I mean, do you think Wolves will survive the relegation battle?
I don't know. I don't know because all of them they are not. They've dropped back to the relegation battle after yesterday. I think they dropped back.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. All I know is Ipswich is down, Southampton is down. Those two are gone already. They are relegated. So it's going to be between Wolves, Leicester, I think Everton, and Tottenham and Man
I mean, Liverpool showed the class of champion. I remember in the days of Alex Ferguson, sometimes, you don't have to win pretty. The bottom line is you deliver the 3 point. And that was what they did yesterday. It was a very difficult game. Even the fans at Anfield, they were panicking, they were biting their nails for the 90 minutes. And that shows how competitive, the APL is. Well, let's go to the top teams that are battling relegation before we move over to the La Liga. What's happening to Manchester United?
Ah, I don't know.
I mean,
Uh,
Tottenham managed a 1-0 win against Manchester United, a result that will pivotal, you know, in the race to get out of the relegation battle for Tottenham. Manchester United, I mean, somebody said finally Manchester United, they've divorced 13th position. Now they are chasing their crush, which is 15th position. What do you make of that particular game? What do you make
uh,
of the performance of Manchester United as a whole?
but actually yesterday, Manchester United performance was a bit good yesterday. Oh, let's not lie. It was a bit good yesterday. At least it was better than the way we were playing before. Let's not lie. It was a bit better. Zexi, what a player. What a player Zexi is. What a technical player. What a player. What a player. What a player. Amazing talent. I'll say it again. One of the problems of Manchester United is Bruno. I think Bruno needs to we need to get a replacement for Bruno. Bruno is not all that. I think the system does not suit Bruno Fernandez a lot. But Zexi, wow, what a player! And again, I feel the coach messed up. He has teenagers on the bench. You're losing 1-0. You have nothing to lose. Bring them in. Bring them in. Let's see what they can do. You don't know. That was how Rashford was introduced in a particular game where everybody was injured and it was really Rashford was the only striker available from the under 18s and it was brought in by Luis Van Gaal and the rest is history. So you could at least you could have brought someone like Obi Hin and his 18-year-old prospect wonder kid from Arsenal. We got him at the beginning of the season. Just last week, I think he scored a hat trick for the under 18s versus Arsenal. Amazing, amazing talent. You could have brought him in, but now you're bringing him in 91st minutes. What do you want him to do? 91st minute. That's when
Uh,
he brought the guy in. No, I think that's unacceptable. That's even disrespectful to the guy. Fine, he's a young player, he's a young prospect, but at least bring him in, give him good minutes. 82 minutes. Give him 7 minutes to play. Give him good minutes. I should just see what he can do.
well, a whole lot of people have said, I mean, a whole lot of people have criticized Bruno Fernandes. And you've constantly mentioned Bruno Fernandes. Do you think Bruno Fernandes is the only person dropping the ball? Remember, Joshua Sexy was very amazing yesterday. However, he wasn't getting the supplies. Don't you think the absence of you know an Ahmed is beginning to tell on the team?
The problem is this: when you are not when the style of play is not what the players are used to. Do you think if a United team should go back to 4-2-3-1, 4-2-3-1, or 4-3-3, or 4-4-2, what do you think will be happening? We will win games. We might not technically play well, We might decide to pack the bus. We might not play well, but we will win games. Now, my problem with this coach is this: you are trying to play a three at the back because you want to be more conservative. You want to defend a little bit more. You don't want to concede enough goals, right? But you're also depriving yourself of having much more chances at the upper side of the field. So what are you doing? The whole situation is not working. It's not working well. So all you need to do is manage the team very well. Change your style of play. At least this period. At least this period. Change your style of play and let the team flourish.
So the question is this: do you think Tottenham are out of the relegation zone, and Man U is battling relegation at the moment? Do you think Tottenham is out of the relegation zone and Man U is battling relegation at the moment?
Uh, Tottenham is not out. He's just leading one with Mayu with a point. I think he has 30. Mayu has 29. We are both in a relegation zone. Again, I know Tottenham and Man U won't relegate. It's just all crews that I'm saying we are in the relegation zone. The real relegation battle is between Newcastle, is between Everton, Leicester, and what's his name now, and Wolves. One of those three are going down, and I think it might be Leicester.